Welcome back to Worlds 2022, and this is a thrilling game. This is an exciting game. T1, of course, playing to fight for first, playing for the fight versus EDG later to see
Heimerdinger
first seed,
support.
second seed.
Get on
You're
board.
waiting for Heimerdinger support. I'm excited to see because, again, it feels like when the weights fall off, North America is unleashed, and there are a lot of Cloud9 fans out here today, and they want a dub. They don't care if it gets them out of the group. They know that ship has sailed, but they want to see this win.
Unfortunately for them, they're playing against the GOAT, Faker himself, who recently passed Uzi for most kills at Worlds all time. One more way that he is the greatest. Just one more.
He's racking them up, man. It's hard. It's hard to match him. He keeps coming back every season. He keeps playing at the top level.
He makes me proud, gives me faith.
Yes.
As long as he's still going, we can still keep going too. Faker's still doing it. Cloud9 though, they're looking to make the upset happen. They're unleashed, no more expectations, no more hopes either. You take away all emotions and it's just pure focus.
You can absolutely unleash. You can be a berserker, potentially, on the stage. Yuumi banned, love to see it.
Pick whatever you want,
Control
buddy.
mages,
Get out there.
Banned. We're gonna have some fist fights in the mid lane if they keep banning these control mages. Caitlyn also taken off the board.
Fist fights, Faker wants to get down and dirty. No more control mages. Get him out of my face. Well, the Orianna is still left up, so that one may make another appearance. But bottom lane, the other focus here. So a ton left to open. We have everything basically on bottom side here. Kallista's still up. Are they going to go for the power bottom side? Maokai is still available. Sejuani the priority for T1 instead.
Ooh, and I wonder what the priority is going to be for Fudge as well, with the Aatrox taking off the board, going up against Zeus. If he wants to go for an early blind pick, or if he's going to wait and try to get counter on red side. Akali's been looking pretty solid thus far today.
But do you want to do it in a Faker Sylas and skill check Faker here, 50-50? Fudge is considering. Let's go!
I love the passion. That man does not look like he thinks it's a 50-50. He's got faith, and I respect it. That said, I'm wondering what this pick is. I feel like you have to take the Maokai. Otherwise, you're giving away Maokai and Sejuani, and I've never seen those two champions together in recent memory because they're always picked by opposite sides, but I feel like that's maximum tank strength.
Oh, let's go! Blabber carry! Blabber put on those carry pants. The Bel'Veth. I want to see if he goes with the older tank build that Kanavi piloted, basically, where you go Blade of the Ruin King into tank, or if he goes straight damage, full carry. They already have an Akali on the team, so probably index a bit into some tanky stats there, but already excited. Bel'Veth, one of the biggest things, though, is getting interrupted on your E, because that's all your survivability, your damage reduction, and Sejuani has a lot of interrupts. Meanwhile, an instant lock-in for T1 into the Lucian Nami, aggressive bottom side. That's with all of this focus here, with the bottom lane bans.
And laying down the gauntlet, really, for the bottom side of the map. Obviously getting cover picks for C9 on the top side of the map. We'll see what their final response is going to be here.
Wait, if everybody picks a highlight champion, then we're going to have a bunch of squishy damage dealers and no structure, no CC, no tank, no beef. It's okay, slap it down. Everybody do damage.
Okay, I will say that those games on paper, you're like, this is going to be skill v skill banger. But usually what it means is no one can kill anybody because there's no hard CC. But we'll see what happens here. Of course, T1 feels like a little bit more of a balanced composition thus far. You've got a strong, aggressive early bottom lane,
the Sejuani,
paired with stability from the Sejuani, and then it's all aggro on the side of C9. Everybody's got a montage champion. Someone's getting a highlight reel today.
Sejuani is pretty hot right now after that JJ game.
I was gonna say, can we really call her not a carry threat after that JJ game?
Yep.
And like, are you ready for another Poro Rider to just roll up into a lane and start taking heads?
I like this though, Cloud9, banning to protect Fudge's Fiora here. They already had the Aatrox in the first 3 banned out, following up with the Renekton as well. They really want to maneuver this so they can get a Fudge positive lane versus Zeus.
Always going to be
Can they do it?
a tall task. Of course, Zeus could opt to play this Sejuani on the top side of the map, but such an easy champion to parry, such an easy champion to play into.
Could still do his Kennen as well.
Taking their time here. Going to ban the LeBlanc as well, away from Faker. Obviously, all-time historic champion for him.
Kennen is extremely effective against lots of squishy damage dealing champions as well, so I'm a little bit worried about that one. We'll see what they go with here. More bottom lane bans, taking out the Draven as well.
And
Any sort of answer down there for Berserker. Tristana's still available, Kalista still available.
Oh,
I think it has to be more on the aggro side.
I think to match, if you want to match at all on the bottom side, you have to pick something more aggressive or something that can outrange and survive. I've been told that champion was deleted, but no, not hovering that one. Kai'Sa,
All right,
potential,
then it has
self-heal.
to be like Nautilus or Leona or something then.
And there's so much tension here, just debating what it's going to be. Zeus cut out for the Yone. Again, easy time for Fiora to parry a lot of the upfront engage that Yone provides to the table, either knockup, whether it's the ulti or the Q. Instead, very old school skill matchup, but they're taking their time. They're debating what the option is going to be
The
here.
famous, it's Zeus Jace. It's the Jace and the Kennen that gave him his name, and he's going with the Jace. Getting that range matchup here into Fiora, try and get some early damage on Fudge.
And that's the thing about Zeus. I'm going to be honest, Kobe. I think no matter what he picked, it would have been scary. The Jace especially scary.
Oh,
the Heimer!
No way! No way!
They must have heard you. They must have heard you.
Sven,
They're
please!
playing with your heart.
Please! This is all I wanted for the past 20 minutes. Do it, Sven,
Breath.
do it!
Breath.
It gives you hearts. You see the grenade?
If you want the
Grenade.
Heimer, cheer for the Heimer, New
Come
York.
on, damn it! Yes! Oh! I got it! I got it!
You know what? I don't know if T1 won. I don't know if C9 won, but I know you won, Kobe, and for now, that's enough.
Oh my God! They actually call it the Champions Queue support Heimerdinger. That was a shot in the dark, baby, and we hit. Count it. That's one for NA, baby. The crowd is popping off. They do it. Okay, so, anyways, this is what I actually saw in Champions Queue from all the support Heimerdingers. All of their kills, literally 90% of the Heimerdinger kills, were all them camping in the side brush, waiting for the other support to come try and ward, and they would face check into a bunch of turrets and get grenaded. That was basically the whole thing.
So
it gives really good objective control, though, with the turrets. We'll see about Sven in the early placements, too. Level 1 is really important.
All right, and as long as we're theory crafting, early game objective control, especially around Herald, if they can roam out of lane, especially important for Bel'Veth. So if you're setting up for control around big objectives, I like that synergy.
It's super nice. Helps you push so much for the bottom side. So also requires some jungle attention. We'll see here about Blabber's Path on the Bel'Veth. Generally, Bel'Veth, 99 times out of 100, you want to get your full clear off. We'll see if he, you can drop Krugs if you're going to drop one camp, but we'll see about it. If he does regular full clear towards the bottom side, I think that would probably be the best. Holy, we actually got it. We got the Heimer support here for Cloud9 in Worlds group stage, looking to upset T1 and do EDG the favor. Do EDG a solid.
Can they do it? C9, 0-5 versus T1 all-time in group. C9 grouping on the bottom side.
The level 1 important for these Heimer.
What
Get
did you
control.
say? Heimerdinger kills. Someone face checking a brush. Sven's already set up in a brush. Taking control of the bottom side. Doesn't look like we're going to see any more action there. T1 moving up to place some vision down. And important to note, if you've never seen compositions like this or haven't seen them recently, early game leads are everything. One side gets ahead, becomes very easy to get up that kill pressure, to find those early kills, to snowball the game out of control.
Yeah. If you haven't seen comps like this, just take a peek at Champions Queue. I can't believe it actually pays off. Here we go, though. One taunting inside the bush, one outside the bush to lure them in.
The classic Garen bait.
Classic.
If you don't know where the Heimer is, he's in the bush in front of you.
Oh, they're
That's
going to
rule
get the
number
turret.
one.
Get that money.
I've never seen anyone more impassioned about someone autoing a turret than you are right now.
I mean, Guma with the W start there on Lucian, already getting money. Another one. Oh, another turret hits the dust.
Can they get more of the towers? Jensen and Faker, they're trading. That's important.
Oh, thank
but our wonderful observers and production team, they're going to show us all 3 lanes, because if Kobe can't see those towers fighting, he might lose it.
Oh my goodness. Carry is actually farming so much off his spell thieves right now, too. He's just procking it over and over. They get the push, though. Turrets helping out on the push on bottom side.
He's having a good time. Of course, jungler so far relatively quiet. Level 3, maybe when we can start to see a little bit more action across the map for the 20 Bel'Veth. We'll see how much Blabber actually wants to power farm as opposed to getting into these lanes.
There we go. Exhaust early on the bottom side.
Guma now forced away. And the absolute confidence and emote spamming in this bottom lane. You just have to respect it from the side of C9. As Jensen and Faker trading back and forth here. Jensen really with no energy, but the empowered auto going to be more than enough to win out on that one.
All right, and we are doing the full clear for Blabber. So that was my question for the Bel'Veth. 99 times out of 100, you want your full clear. He did do the Krug, so he's going to do full red side, head towards that bottom side. Head towards the star of the show. Blue-haired Heimerdinger.
I think I might know who your favorite Arcane character was if I just had to like just
The voice acting was so good for
it
it.
was so good. Knock up Faker, forcing an early flash. Blabber not content with just full clearing his way through the jungle, wants to put some pressure down on these lanes.
I love those types of ganks where when you're crossing from one quadrant of the jungle to the other, you just pass through mid lane and you get an efficient gank towards the summoner spell here. Bel'Veth, really powerful ganks early on, because if you have the dashes where two of them point the same way that you're going for the player, as Blabber actually, they know he's here, so this should be a T1 counter, very easy for Owner. He's sitting around waiting for it. They know they're gonna go for the dive. This could be disastrous.
This is very risky. Faker has the CC, has the setup, has the extra healing. Blabber now trying to dash out to safety 1-2. You highlighted it as a way to chase, but the double dash is allowing Blabber to escape in that instance. He's now retreating down to the scuttle. Big health deficit though, might just have to back off into his own jungle. Jensen forcing the Shroud down early. He's gonna have to back off the wave.
Yeah, playing with fire a little bit there, trading more damage onto Owner. Barely a scratch onto Sejuani, and pretty big chunk there, taking the center of the W2 damage. Gonna leave a mark. Akali also out of potions, just relying on the Doran shield.
Little things like that obviously gonna start to add up. You expect both these champions to take masteries like the second win, just trying to survive, just trying to sustain in this lane. Faker though gonna take the first recall. Jensen shortly gonna follow. You have to imagine both TPs are gonna get used here.
We also, though, took the little time there for Owner. He dropped the ward over into the back of this blue pit, so they saw Blabber move from Gromp to Wolves, and they're gonna know as he moves over to eventually pick up #1. They're question mark pinging it right now. They know Blabber has to be coming for something fishy.
Faker playing down just a little bit. Stepping up, lands the stun, gets the full combo off. But Blabber standing behind him. Dash just goes right into the wall. Can they take him down? They're trying to burn through Jensen before anything else comes out. Blabber in the midst of the entire team. Stun comes out, but now he can push the E. He can activate it. So much damage resistance going in. Blabber wants to finish it. It's a clean sidestep. They get first blood.
They get it! Blabber is able to escape with his life, and Jensen flashes for the finish. It's first blood, Cloud9!
And it has to feel so good for Cloud9 and for the fans in the audience. They spent so many resources trying to force that play.
And I gotta say, Daniel, the Heimerdinger push on bottom. Sven got the first support roam. Look at the Heimerdinger. Sven coming down because they left the Kai'Sa by himself. It's the W here, the knockup. Jensen able to escape from Owner's counter damage, and then he comes over, the E here, Blabber's able to flash out of it and then instantly dodges. Nobody from Cloud9 going down there. Nicely played. They punish Faker, splashless. Silas and Berserker is just laughing about it, playing the 1v2 on bottom side.
And while bot side's going all right, and while mid lane's going all right, Fudge having a hard time here on the top side of the map, and he's doing what he can. But again, this is the champion that this man named himself after. Zeus, the lightning, the laning prowess. Jace is a champion that is not easy to survive against under any circumstance. Fudge blind picking the Fiora. We have to hope that it's going to get easier as he gets some items under his belt, but right now it is a bit of a struggle.
It feels like when your friend is trying to make a new saying the thing, and you're just like, it's not going to be a thing.
Yeah.
It's like, Fiora's going to be the Fiora.
He's like, Fiora's a thing, and it's like,
it's a thing.
It's not a thing.
It's not really a thing. We'll see if he can make it a thing in this one. He's only down a few CS, and he is going to scale quite nicely for the side lanes. There is still hope there, baby. I believe. Level 6 acquired first for Jensen as well, and Blabber constantly hovering around this mid lane for him.
Big for the potential playmaking. 6.5 minutes, of course, looking at 8 minutes when the first Herald spawns to see if that can go over to the side of the Bel'Veth. Very strong objective overall for any champion on the Rift, but doubly so for the Bel'Veth. They're now pushing in here, of course, went for the Cole as well as the Tier, so maybe an opportunity for Fudge to fire back as he has a little bit more in terms of combat stats.
Yeah, Gumayusi and Keria also, they were able to punish Berserker, so Berserker kind of laughing there as he gets left by himself, but the 1v2 taking a toll on the CS, and now they've got a big wave stacked. Owner's level 6, so even though Blabber's hovering, level 6 Sejuani.
And sidestep stun manages to connect. Heimerdinger cut down.
How dare they? How dare they?
That's rude.
How dare they?
Oh, Berserker. Oh, that's the double. It's clean from the side of T1. It's an effortless dive.
Oh my goodness, the level 6 advantage for Owner. Clean dive for T1. Assassinating both of them. Sven didn't stand a chance. As soon as he gets hit by that Sejuani stun, lights out for him. And Guma short to follow afterwards. This bottom, Gumayusi is going to be a monster for T1.
And terrifying for just about every champion on the side of C9. They don't have a true tank. This man already has ready Dirk a bit of lethality. Once he gets the Gale Force, it's going to get so easy for him to isolate and find these individual
Just don't
kills.
get hit.
5-head, Kobe, thank you.
Just don't get hit, buddy.
Blabber now level 6. Again, trying to find this creative pathing. Not spotted by enemy vision quite yet. Should be spotted now as he steps up. Zeus still walking forward. We're now playing, if you've ever played tag, this is tag in a nutshell. You're
Red
both
Rover.
gonna run around the object in a circle. But Zeus still wants to hit Fudge while he's doing it. Fudge can't really walk forward in this trade, or at least has to be careful doing so. Naka flashed away by Zeus. So overall successful in that they get the summoner spell, but a lot of time used.
Yeah, and Blabber could make another circle back around too, actually. With the flash blown, no vision remaining for Zeus. All of Cloud9, they're sending the whole squad at him.
Zeus, Owner. Zeus, no flash, leaping in, getting the slow down. The parry, Blabber now in the midst of the entire team. C9 descending upon T1. Ready to keep this going too. The Herald is already up. They've got the Bel'Veth. If they take this, it'll be a massive advantage.
Yeah, our turrets here from Heimer are going to get help out on this DPS. They've got the extra kill. Zeus coming back in 8 seconds, but he does not have teleport. T1 want to fight it though.
Sven backing up, retreating into the rest of the team.
no!
Blabber isolated to take the jungler out. That'll be big. The damage reduction from the Bel'Veth. It is not enough. It is not an endless banquet. Guma now on the chase, calling Sven where he stands. And it's just a big leash at the end of the day. T1 saying thank you for the Herald.
T1 come in. Once that bottom lane is able to arrive, they're so far ahead. They make a huge difference. 3 kills for Guma now. And Owner on the Sejuani. Easy setup here. Once again, over the top with the ultimate. He does not miss. Another couple kills for T1. And look at it. Huge, almost triple stacked wave here for bottom side for Zeus as well, as he goes down there. Gonna get that one up. More turret plate money for him. Blabber wrapping around for another attempt.
Blabber powered here.
W hit the W. Oh,
Be big. Missing that knockup is pretty massive. Sustained damage, though, huge. Now that that's fallen away, you can start to use the
it's a solo!
He doesn't even need a top laner. Blabber.
The solo bolo from Bel'Veth. Blabber there, flashing in to
Punch.
finish it.
Looking for a solo of his own. Is he going to go into the tower? Faker waiting, holding on to those cooldowns. Silas always with the
That's gonna be
deceptive health
Dragon.
bar.
They may be down in gold here. Cloud9 getting scrappy with it though. After that disastrous counter on the Rift Herald from T1, they pick up the kill on Zeus in the side lane and will get the dragon as well.
And I gotta say, shout out to Blabber on the patience here. The E, the Royal Maelstrom, so incredibly important. Waits for that CC every single time, uses it at the last possible second. Once the Sejuani cooldowns are gone, once the Jace cooldowns are gone, getting so much value out of that ability.
Yep. One of the best abilities in the game. So much damage reduction and execute damage as well.
C9 though, really just trying to force across the map. Of course, the cost of them forcing so much, pushing these man advantages, they're losing so much standing CS. They're losing these objectives on the sideline. The Herald
Holy,
now
look at
barreling down.
Look at this. Ah, that is a scary, scary gold difference. Gumayusi getting the tower here with the Rift Herald on bottom first, but Cloud9 coming to cut him off. They move as 5.
Jensen and Faker locked in the 1v1. Dual Mortals, the duel to the side, but it gets hit in the meantime. The Royal Maelstrom's now come on. The rest of T1 now has to fire back. Fudge now chasing forward. Berserker straight to the face of Gumayusi, ready to try and turn this one around. C9 playing on the edge, but they're getting so much done. T1 forced to back away. The bubble will not connect. Already 1 kill. In the meantime, Zeus pushing on the top side, but it might not matter if C9 can keep the fight going. Fudge potentially overstaying here. Bit of damage, bit of poke. The rest of C9 ready to escort him out.
Oh, he's baiting a little. They're actually trading. Zeus pushing on top side, getting turret plates for Akali pushing mid there. Zeus is going to get another turret up on top side. He may be 0-2, but he is certainly pushing towers. He's 2-0 on towers now.
And that's the thing. Even as C9 force small exchanges, they keep the kill score even. They are building a raid boss in this top lane. Slowly but surely, there's a tier stacking. There's a coal stacking.
It's fun to watch, though, baby. Jensen going for the 1v1 on Faker with the health advantage at the beginning. The stolen Akali ultimate doesn't matter here because Jensen hits the E, nails him. Then Blabber takes most of the culling with his E and is able to dash out right after that Nami wave. Berserker goes in, a little bit of backward fire there on the W, but they still have the extra member so they can force Owner's flash.
And again, C9 getting out with everybody live, but credit to T1 for keeping that 3v4 so close and not losing any members of their own.
Yeah.
Again, 3-0-0 for Gumayusi. He is one scary Lucian. 1.5 items completed, I would call this. I don't really know what you count this rated, Dirk, in the scheme of things. Almost 2 items worth of gold, even if there's not 2 items. Stun gonna connect and predicts the backstab into the double bubble. Jensen now running. Luckily has the Shroud to keep him safe, but T1 tearing through tower plates.
They certainly are. T1 remains with the objective focus here. Are they gonna get every tower plate in this game? There's a full minute. T1 gonna go for every tower plate in the whole game. This one doesn't stand a chance either. They're gonna collect all outers. So much money.
So difficult for C9 to respond. They don't have the wave clear. They don't have the luxury of a control mage. Jensen, a Shroud will not save you. Gumayusi finds his man.
Oh my goodness, that's gonna be 15 turret plates for T1 as they also pick up the kill onto Jensen.
And again, some of the individual gold getting scary. 1.1, 1.2K advantage for Zeus. If you're an NA fan, avert your eyes from the bottom side of the map. Kobe, you highlighted it once, but
remember my plan though, the top secret Heimerdinger plan. Go camp in a brush, and then a single T1 member comes to face check, boom. That's the win con.
that is the ancient tech too. Because I think as long as Heimer has been playable, that has been the strategy.
Brush camp, brush camp.
Red team's turret has
For
been
now,
destroyed.
contesting objectives. Fudge and Zeus trade blows. And perform knockback. Fudge just getting walked down here. Berserker in the area to cover for him. Zeus playing with a lot of patience. For a game that feels like it's descended into madness more than a few times, Zeus is keeping a cool head.
They've been training in the Champions Queue just for this.
Your entire career has led to this moment, Sven. You may stand still in a brush surrounded by robot towers.
Take it from Faker. It's time for hide on brush.
He's consulted all of the best Blooms players in the world. He knows exactly where to place the towers.
All right, Dragon coming up, and I think goal number 1 here for Cloud9. Get a kill onto this Lucian. Gumayusi still does not have flash. You've got precious seconds before this Loop Pinata Lucian with a huge, huge gold bounty shutdown does not have flash. And the possible all-in is there.
And the problem is, if you do not pop the Loop Pinata, he will most certainly pop you. He is very fed. He has a rapid fire cannon. There's a Nami empowering him with an Imperial Mandate.
When Pinatas fight back. Terrifying stories.
It's a deep cut cast here, Kobe. Blabber now running, but
Oh, Guma.
Guma.
The flash is still not
forced
there.
to heal out to safety. Berserker cannot afford to leap in. He's only level 8. Just enough AD, I believe, to take over the Acathian Rain, but not enough to take the individual duel against Guma as T1, Owner, and Zeus setting their sights on the Herald, staying focused on the objective play here.
Woo-wee. Okay, so Guma's got his eyes on the flame horizon there. 35 more CS for him to go. See if he can complete it. Look at that total gold grab. Thank you, FDX. Gumayusi at the top by a large margin.
Yeah. And of course, the 2 people under him, also T1 players. Shows you how. Oh! Blabber, he gets the reset. He gets the objective. He's empowered, but he will be forced away. And now Faker has stolen away the rest of the team on the hunt. Sven backing into the safety of his towers.
Where's the all chat? Type nice smite. Get him.
Fudge now running as well. Drake win condition. Ocean Soul. C9 getting closer and closer, even as they get further and further behind in gold.
Wait a second. I don't know if I like the sound of that.
I'm not gonna tell you it's a good trade deal, Kobe, but it is a trade deal as Fudge playing on the top side, waiting to try to find the stun. Extra healing now coming in from the marks. He's got Berserker coming in over the wall. Jensen on the backside versus Faker, fighting again in the 1v1. Last time went to Jensen. Another kill already dropping. Fudge taken out. Jensen no longer gonna get the 1v1. Gonna get locked up, gonna get stunned to the backside. Faker gonna finish the job. No, Jensen. The movement is so clean. And he goes back in. He gets him.
Jensen again! He gets the last lap on Faker! He zigs! He zags! He kills Faker! Wait, Zeus.
Berserker looking to take him down. Zeus overstaying, trying to finish the job. And every time I feel like T1 are too far ahead. Every time I feel like T1 can't slip up,
Yeah. Don't look at the scoreboard.
a kill comes in.
Look at the center of the screen where the action is.
All I'm saying, if this game was about isolated 1v1s, Jensen's score over Faker would be pretty good.
All I'm saying is petition to remove bottom lane from this game right now and continue on. Anybody? Any takers?
I don't know if that's gonna fly.
But both sides just take a seat real quick. All right, here's another look at the over the wall, though. A lot of damage from Berserker and Fudge onto Oner, and Jensen with the teleport into the other side on Faker. But Fudge gets annihilated here by Zeus. With the rest of T1 coming over, they pop Sven as well, forcing him out of the fight. But Jensen had the nice dodge on that shock blast and is able to get back in with the old Q to finish
Fudge.
off the kill.
Flashing out to safety, dashing out there. Yeah, good exchange. A lot of good individual mechanical moments I think you can see from C9. Overall, T1, much more conventional comp. Knocking down 15 tower plates, very much the story of this game. As much fun as it is to hype up these C9 moments, and they are hyped. Don't get me wrong, that's a Bel'Veth. I love to see that. As well as the 4-1 Akali.
We've got nothing left. Give us this.
It's important to note, of course, this game actually technically has no stakes. First place is going to be decided by Game 6, so this one is pure fun. Whoever wins that one will also have the head-to-head, so even if the score is tied at the end of it.
Oh, it's pure fun, all right. Now, let's see. The one quest we have left for Cloud9 in this game. Can they kill Gumayusi once?
That's your quest?
Crack that pinata. That's the question. Because you receive a new quest after turning that quest in. If you can't turn that quest in, you don't even get the quest to come back in the game.
You're the designer for the quest system in the MMO,
Yeah.
I see. It's great to have you here.
The next quest in the chain is coming back in the actual game.
Quest 1 in the MMO. Gumayusi loot Pinata. I would say raid boss, but I think Gumayusi...
He's got no flash, Dracos.
Who's-
It's actually doable.
He does have Ignite, which I...
Oh, Zeus
Fudge.
though? They've turned it. This is a daily quest.
Ready to turn it
This
back.
is a daily on
And
Zeus.
they find it. They're taking down the dungeon. They're set up. Oh, it's not even mythic. They're making it look easy. C9 find a pick. What's the response on the opposite side from T1? They're already pushing out the midway, but there's not a lot else on the map for them to take.
Daily's done. Look for the big one.
Here we go.
T1 coming again. They may be rich.
Kobe, they have to clear the ads. They can't just go straight for the pinata. Actually, I'm sorry, Carrion Owner fans. Referring to them as ads feels terrible.
Flabber dodging bubble number 1, slipping over.
Sven,
All right.
setting up the master plan. Your only other plan that you mentioned, Kobe. Baiting them into the brush. Not enough.
If only Guma would walk in there by himself.
Dashing forward. Flabber sidestepping second bubble, but he's already getting cut down off to the side, trying to mitigate as much damage as he can. But Guma, godlike, this Pinata fights back. This Pinata's got hands, C9.
Oh, and Owner, the sniper, he hits the Sejuani ult onto Sven, forcing the flash again. T1 off of that kill. They're going to go straight for Baron.
9K gold lead. They might not have the Drakes. Flabber may have stolen them away, but surely they will secure this Baron.
Carrier said we're going to show you who the boss of Group A is. And they're leaving no doubt in this game.
Most certainly are not, especially at the performance we saw earlier in the day against Fnatic. We'll see if they can make the same statement against EDG. But for now, yeah, looking pretty scary.
Looking quite boss-like. All right, here's another look at it. They were waiting for Zeus to get back from Fountain, teleports out. They immediately get the kill. Owner also getting the +1 here to get the Heimerdinger flash out just by adding his ultimate. But we're back right out to it. Sven, no flash, has to run away from the Tri-Brush. Dragon number 3, though. This is their hope.
Yeah. Hoping to get to Soul
The
Point.
Dwani ult is up, though. That is scary. Nobody can tank it. They have to juke it. They have to hope for a miss.
Guma going for a bit of poke. Faker has stolen a Akali ultimate. Tidal wave up as well. C9 has to be careful about stepping too far forward. It looks like C9 are going to back away.
It does look that way.
It would appear that they are not interested in the fight. And you might say it's because they're 10K gold down, but I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and say they just don't feel like fighting for this one.
Yeah.
T1 going to take their first Drake of the game. Stop the soul
Didn't need that
snowballing.
one anyway.
Don't need it. Healing?
Never been a big fan of Ocean.
Nope. Don't like it.
Personally. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, hide on brush.
Let's go.
Hide on brush.
Let's
Full
go.
operation. Wait, they're flanking. Teleport's coming in. Double teleport. The
Here we
double
go.
teleport.
Gonna try to lock him down. Sven, he has to get back to his towers. He has to get out, but he's already been taken out. The collapse now coming in. Fudge.
Scramble!
Trying to find it out. They
Run!
need to make a way out. The step
Put it
now
in
coming in.
reverse!
Fudge, run! Back it up, Tear! Back it up!
Oh,
Faker on the
no.
chase down. Oh, they're just not giving it. Oh, my, oh! Avert your eyes, NA fans. It's not pretty. Cut the tape.
All right.
Oh, wait, here we go. The 1v1. Honorable
1v1.
1v1. Jensen up, currently 2-0. Faker, can he bring it back? Jensen, can he take the best of 5 against Faker in the 1v1?
Oh, he goes.
That's all that matters. Can he get it? Shuriken flip. Golden. Can he take the best of 5? Oh, Faker coming back.
Faker with the stopwatch gets the last laugh. He takes down Jensen, and T1 will take down Cloud9.
Blabber leaping in. A last desperate defense. A few more towers for Sven. One more tower for T1. Just about start to finish dominance. Some flashy moments, some highlight plays from the side of C9. They gave us the montages we were hoping for, but T1 did it even better. Whew. Berserker backing away, T1 finding the win. Their fate to be decided in our final game of the day.
Woo-wee. No stakes, but we had some fun. We got the Heimerdinger support call out. Got a bunch of 1v1s. What was it in the end? It was like a best of 5 or something.
I think it was a best of 5. The one, to be fair, the top one wasn't super 1v1.
It wasn't exact.
Yeah, so I think we could call it 1-1 in terms of the Jensen Faker,
okay.
Akali Silas 1v1 score.
Yeah.
Would love to see that 1v1 again at some point so we can settle that.
Yeah. Critical part though, Faker stopwatch immunes the damage of the E2, the big damage chunk from Akali. And he's able to turn it around there. Great stuff from T1, proving that they are indeed the bosses of Group A. Let's see about their answer with EDG though.
Yep.
Coming up next, baby.
Yep. Of course, 4th fastest game of the tournament. And while T1 will move on to fight for a spot out of group to decide which seed they will end up with, fans cheer for C9. And credit to C9. They made the last one fun. It was exciting. It had great moments. It was an incredible game to watch. And obviously a super difficult tournament. But it warms my heart, Kobe.
Yeah, I love to hear it. The continued support from the fans, much appreciated.
Because there's so much salt online, but here and it just feels like all love here. You know what I mean? You got so many C9 fans cheering, celebrating this moment. It's a bittersweet end for Cloud9. Even if it was a super sweet game. Oh, he's debating. Does he pull out the sign? We didn't see the sign. We're not going to get
Unfurl that bad boy.
Unfurl the sign. What does the sign say, sir? We'll find out.
Whew, okay, now we get back to serious business.
Okay, are we back to serious business?
We're back to
Because I was
serious
going to go back to
business.
Loot Pinata, but we can go back to serious business.
We're getting
here.
back into serious business with our next game coming up.
Yeah, a lot of tension on both sides. Of course, this is everything. You know how important, if you've watched World any year, Seed 1 is just about everything when it comes to favorable placement going into best of 5s. And of course, if you're looking for more Worlds content, you can check out the Riff Reaction podcast hosted by Travis Gafford and our own Emily Rand. Episodes drop every Wednesday, and that means there's brand new episodes of Riff Reaction waiting for you on Spotify. Check it out. There are so many hot takes. There are so many things.
So many hot takes.
So many hot takes.
They're
You gotta be ready
so
for it.
hot.
They're so spicy.
Can't touch them.
Can't touch them, but you can listen to them, and that's what's important. And while we queue up for the next game, while you queue up that episode of Riff Reaction, we're heading back over to the State Farm Analyst Desk. They are that way.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the State Farm Analyst Desk. We're going to do our own little Riff Reaction here. Just off of that singular game, and then maybe you can tune into Riff Reaction on Spotify later on to get both Travis Gafford and Emily Rand's thoughts. Unfortunately, the end of the tournament for Cloud9. They fought valiantly, but T1 will take them down here in the 5th game of the day. Just want to break down a couple elements of it. We got the Heimerdinger. We got the Bel'Veth. It's nice to see the opportunity for the Cloud9 players to kind of step on the stage and just kind of throw everything out there, leave it all out there so nothing's in question anymore.
Yeah, and I mean, anyone who's watched LCS knows that I am a Bel'Veth enjoyer, actually. I've wanted to see it on the LCS stage. And interestingly enough, when we were asking North American junglers why people weren't playing it, Blabber told us that he's like, yeah, you know, like it's a little bit different than other junglers, and we're afraid that if you don't snowball, you're just kind of useless and all this other stuff. And so of all junglers to pull it out, Blabber, and to actually look pretty good on it, I was like, okay, all right,
There are
that's cool.
moments, if it really got off
I
to the
liked
races, you felt like there was an opening for Cloud9. And honestly, very early on, we got to see some of the brilliance of the Heimer pick as an example. Every second counts, we know. And thanks to the reliable Cisco network, it was Blabber on the Bel'Veth who was able to extend the play early on in the mid lane, long enough for that Heimer to waddle his entire way there and aid in the first kill.
This slow-mo is incredible.
Actually brilliant.
This is so good, but Blabber played this out of his mind as he started to come through. Sorry, there's so much swag
Yeah, what?
that is coming off this.
I didn't know what I was asking for when I asked for this replay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not even getting a replay, but as we get in here, Blabber just about manages to get the damage reduction off on his E. Then he's able to come through here with the Q to hop away as well. It was really great to see the fact that you managed to get both members out of there as Fen comes in with the stun. But I mean, I'm just lost in the swag now. That's it. I'm lost. I'm gone.
I do want to point out, so one analytical point is that we don't
Help us.
we don't always see Sven get these roams, right? And I know they pointed it out on cast, but it's worth reiterating. He did get that roam timer off of his back, went mid, and it ended up working out. Obviously, I think Blabber was like the standout mechanical star in that.
Totally.
But, you know, that did make a difference, and you saw signs of life from C9 in this game.
Without a doubt, I love that call out, right? Highlighting something that we didn't normally see out of Cloud9, an adjustment, and largely due to what that pick allows Sven to do when it comes to the push. But at the end of the day, when you get to the rest of the game highlights, it really was T1 showing total control to Acta over the game.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about Sven on one side, carrying the other side. Some fantastic bubbles throughout this game, especially when we got to the mid game, like the double bubble that he got in our mid tower. We saw there at the Rip Herald quite early as well, where he got a really nice bubble and also that tidal wave. So setting up his team really well for success. And I think across the board, right, T1, they looked very much in control. Top side, the Jace was having a good time. We got to see the Sejuani getting involved as well. But to give a shout out to Jensen, as we see him on the screen, like Jensen actually had a fantastic game. I don't know what his end score was, but halfway through this, he was like 5-1. Like, he legitimately had a great game. Just unfortunate that Faker managed to take him down to the end.
You're down in gold at that point. Faker has already shown today on the Sylas when put down by Humanoid how impactful he could be on that pick, and so he does it here again. It's going to bring into question that mid lane matchup in the 6th and final game today, to say the least. But we say goodbye to Cloud9 here. T1's got one more game on the docket, and it's against the defending world champions in EDG. If you aren't joining us in San Francisco for the finals, though, you can experience Worlds with friends and family on the big screen. Worlds will be coming to select theaters near you, and you can use the QR code right below us to grab your tickets. While you do that, we're stepping away. When we come back, it all comes down to this: T1 versus EDG.
Dash just goes right into the wall. Can they take him down? They're trying to burn through Jensen before anything else comes out. Blabber in the midst of the entire team. Stun comes out, but now he can push the E. He can activate it. So much damage resistance going in. Blabber wants to finish it. It's a clean sidestep. They get first blood. Scramble. Trying to find it out. They need to make a way out. The stab coming in. Budge run. Back it up, Tear. Back it up. Can he take the best of 5 against Faker in the 1v1? Oh, he goes. That's all that matters. Can he get it? Shuriken flip. Golden. Can he take the best of 5? Faker coming back! Faker with the stopwatch gets the last lap!
I wanna see the world now, baby, let's go. It's nothing but green lights ready to roll. Only you, you're the one that I want. Only you, you're the one that I want. You got me feeling so free. Got me feeling so free. Don't ever say it's over if I'm breathing. Racing to the moonlight and I'm speeding. I'm headed to the stars, ready to go far. We'll start walking. Red Bull gives you wings.